Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your January 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Scorpio and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, perhaps you're partnered up, maybe you're going through a complicated situation with someone close to your heart, we will dive into it all. So just a friendly reminder, Scorpio, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right. So Scorpio, we have here forgiving and learning, codependency, and we also have retreat. So I am sensing here, regardless of your relationship status, that you have undergone a lot of lessons in matters of the heart, whether it's romantic love, whether it's family dynamics, friendships. Love shows up in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. So I feel like forgiveness and learning was key, was essential to your heart health. And it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. I feel that some of you have been through some ups and downs in 2022 and prior, but I feel that you're leaving those painful memories or those traumatic experiences that you may have endured, heartbreak, anything of that nature, you're leaving it in 2022 because 2023 is all about you experiencing a sense of freedom. That's kind of what I get here with this retreat card. It says it's time to disconnect from the world. So you may be going on a vacation, taking some sort of a spiritual retreat. There's also an energy here that you may have been dealing with someone who was codependent. This can be you, it could be a relationship. Some of you may have had to stay in a relationship due to codependent energies, whether you stayed because you had children together or maybe it was a financial issue. It says addictions could be affecting your romantic life. There may have been someone who was highly addicted to, it could have been substance abuse. It could have been workaholism, I'm getting as well, or someone just chose to put another person or another situation or another energy prior to your relationship here. So I feel that there could have been some third party energy. It doesn't mean that there was cheating, but I feel that there was something put ahead of the relationship and it wasn't very healthy for you. Now, I am sensing that there were very important soul lessons to learn. Now, if you are single, I feel that you're forgiving yourself for possibly telling yourself limiting beliefs. Maybe that you've said, I'll be single forever, I'm going to grow old and be alone, or I'm not worthy of attracting love, or whatever limiting beliefs, even on a subconscious level that you've told yourself, Scorpio, are not true. They don't exist. And I feel like you are learning and forgiving yourself. I'm getting judgment energy for you, so I'm curious if that shows up in your reading, because I do sense that there was a lot of healing involved here. And I feel like there's a second chance for you to open up your heart to love. Oh, wow. Right away here, we have the Three of Swords, but it's in reverse, which is great. This is about, again, a second chance, healing, forgiving, mending. Three of Swords energy is all about some sort of situation that left you in heartache. It could have been a fallout between you and a friend, you and a family member, or there was a situation with a loved one, romantic partnership, or a lover that left you feeling heartbroken or disappointed, but you're leaving that in 2022. Now you're healing. You are taking a look at those problems and you are forgiving either yourself or another person. And I feel you don't want to carry this pain with you any longer. And some of you have had to disconnect. You may have spent October, November, December of 2022 in a little bit of a hermit energy, or even in January. The first half, we're still kind of going through those retrogrades in 2023, but towards the end of the month, I feel like you're coming out of this energy of feeling a little bit disappointed. You're ready to put yourself out there, or you're ready to not carry the energy of this pain. So let's take a look at what's crossing your energy in January. What do we have for Scorpio, please? The Devil. Wow. Yes, this is the energy of addictions, codependency. This could be fears, obsessions. For others of you, this is you This can be codependency as well. Absolutely. So you have the same type of energies. You have forgiving and learning, and then codependency with the devil. You're leaving this behind. When this shows up as the challenge, but it's crossing your path here, I feel like you're deciding once and for all to cut out any toxic patterns, limiting beliefs, or relationships that are unhealthy. Now, I've had people comment before and say, well, Melissa, you can't just cut people out of your life. And my response is, why would you stay in a dynamic that is hurting, harming, or toxic to your soul's growth? Okay, whenever this devil energy shows up, you do have a choice. You have a choice. Even though some of you may think at times, I have to stay. I don't have any other choice. I have to stay for the children, or I have to stay for financial means, or this person is an addict. I can't leave them. Whatever this is here for you, I feel like you're not alone. And some sort of change is happening for you, because again, I keep getting that judgment energy. So I feel like you're given a second chance, a do-over, to do something differently this time, to attract the kind of love that's healthy, that is not sabotaging to your growth and your success. Now, if you are single, some of you may be at times obsessing about finding a soulmate, or you may be feeling left out, brokenhearted, that it's not your time, or that things aren't happening in the way that you would like. 2023 is going to open you up to plenty of new opportunities, Scorpio. And I do sense that some of you may be meeting even a Capricorn, but you must let go of some of the past sabotaging behaviors or the past limiting beliefs in order for you to fully move forward. Now, some of you, it could certainly be someone from the past as well. Maybe this was something that happened to you 20 years ago, but it's still affecting your relationship dynamics today. So what's happening is it's time to shed light to those things that maybe you didn't want to see. Okay, it's time to cut the cords. You can see here that the devil energy, he looks very charming. He looks like he has wonderful intentions, but really he's holding the strings. And this person doesn't want to be strung along, or this person doesn't want to feel like they're not in control any longer. So this is what you are working on, Scorpio, is releasing those strings, cutting the cords from a situation, a person, a habit, or an environment that is unhealthy to your love life. Now, what do we have here in the deep, deep past? Six of Cups. For some of you, this is childhood wounding. This can be a relationship that you've had fresh out of maybe even high school, teenagehood. Some of you may have gotten married young. For others of you, I feel like you may have been repeating patterns maybe that you've seen in your own family dynamics. Maybe you were brought up to view relationships or love in a certain way, and you've tended to kind of repeat those same patterns. It's time for you to release and let go if they're harmful. When the Six of Cups shows up, it can be the card of nostalgia. It can be about second chances as well. That's that judgment energy I'm sensing here. So in the deep, deep past, you may have really wanted to heal a relationship with someone, or I feel they're giving me the owl, which represents clarity. So I feel like you've received clarity about a situation that's happened in the past, and now you're able to heal from it, or see the silver lining, or see why you've maybe made or partook in some of the experiences or choices that you've chosen here on earth. Now, when the Six of Cups shows up in the deep, deep past as well, some of you may have really dealt and healed with a difficult childhood, some wounding, or you may have been romanticizing a relationship and thinking that it was better than it really was, but you missed the red flags is what I'm getting here. But something beautiful came out of this relationship, whether it was physical, maybe it was children, or maybe it was self-respect, or it was about you being able to fully grasp the energy of love, of unconditional love, of healthy relationships, patterns, and dynamics here. So Scorpio, pretty deep right away, but you're not taking any BS is what I'm getting here. I feel like you have a lot of strength, a lot of independence, Scorpio, and you've done the healing. You have the Four of Swords showing up in the recent past. So this is all about hitting that reset button, taking some downtime to rest and retreat. Literally, you're getting the same tarot cards as the main theme showing up here for you. So it's Spirit's way of saying things are happening synchronistically for you. Things are starting to become more effortless. Instead of feeling like you're constantly up against a roadblock or constantly up against a challenge, whether it's with your parents, with your children, with your lovers, with your friends, I feel like you've healed and you've worked through some of those challenges. And this is about forgiving and learning. It's about being compassionate and kind to yourself. And you may have needed to take some time to, again, disconnect, put yourself in that hermit mode to do some deep healing, deep introspection, and reflection is what I'm getting here as well. Let's take a look at what's coming in, what's above you, what's in your headspace. What is in your headspace here, Scorpio? Oh, goodness. Okay, so what we have in your headspace is the Knight of Swords. You're ready to run towards 2023. Some of you, depending on when you're watching this, you are completely ready to move forward with a new way of thinking, a new way of being, and a new way of doing. When this Knight of Swords comes in, he's a fast moving knight. He almost at times feels like he's losing out on time. When you take a look at that, there's a motorcycle that he is running to catch up with. And then that motorcycle goes fast, right? It's not that he's not walking. He's not slowly trying to get there. So watch your footing. Don't be too impulsive. Allow yourself time to heal and move on from a situation here, but really reflect, because sometimes when we are too quick to rush into a new energy, we don't fully integrate experiences, emotions, or trauma. Therefore, we repress, we store, we numb, we tend to hold them in our body, and they show up during future relationships, or they show up as sabotaging behaviors in dynamics in the present or in the future. So Spirit is saying here for you, don't be in too big of a rush. Allow yourself a little bit of time, whatever this may be for you. The Knight of Swords here, you are feeling like you need to catch up, right? Some of you are feeling like you're running out of time. If you are single and you've been single for quite some time, I'm just getting this impulsiveness within you. And I know that you want to change some dynamics. Now, if this has to do with addictions, whatever this devil energy is, I say then yes, cut the cord. But after this cord is cut, remember what we said here. You feel tethered. That Capricorn energy is holding those cords, those strings. And I feel like it's important for you to, yes, cut that off, and then allow the healing process to move forward, to take you forward. There's a lot of really great energy here, I feel, especially because you're recognizing some sort of pattern or dynamic that's no longer working for you, Scorpio. So let's see what's showing up in the near future. What do we have here for Scorpio? King of Swords. This could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. This is the energy of someone that's very logic. They're not going to let their emotions rule their decisions. Whether this is your energy or whether this is someone coming in that's straight to the point, very blunt, I feel like this is someone coming in that's going to show you and open you up to a new way of seeing things. Okay, there's that owl. I thought we mentioned that owl earlier. So this is clarity. This is someone that's allowing you and helping you see things for what they are and helping you achieve whatever it is that you're looking to achieve here, whether it's healing, whether it's forgiving, whether it's learning. This King of Swords, he is all about no BS. He's not interested in fantasy or in games. This King of Swords, he is very logical, blunt, and straight to the point. He's someone that you do want on your side, especially when it comes to cutting the cords with the devil. Now, this King of Swords, if anyone can cut those cords, it's him. So whether this is someone around you or it's your energy, you're ready and you can see clearly now. Your eyes are open to some sort of truth, but you're not going to carry around this heartache or this pain any longer for you. Now, also, for those of you that are single and you're just kind of flowing along, I feel like you're becoming your own. You're becoming more powerful within yourself. There's trust here. And it's interesting because I'm getting that it's been difficult for you to trust in your own self, Scorpio. Trust that you are making decisions that were in your highest good. Now, some of you may have made decisions that you grew from. Okay, remember that you are a soul that chooses to have a human experience here on earth. And here on earth, there's what is called duality, right and wrong, good and bad, left or right. You know, there is always some sort of struggle to find that balance. But I'm sensing here that you're viewing things through the eyes of neutrality instead of good and bad and evil and light. All of those things. You're telling yourself what feels good, what is healthy to me, instead of that scale really dropping from one to another and feeling out of whack or out of balance. This is about you listening to your body, listening to your heart and your inner wisdom, intuition, higher self, whatever you want to use as your navigational beacon here. This King of Swords trusts, and he has clarity and wisdom. Let's take a look at how you're feeling. What is going on within you? Let's take a look at your energy, Scorpio. What is going on for Scorpio? Two of Swords. That is the energy of clarity, making decisions here. So you feel at a crossroads. So imagine yourself as using the five senses that you have, or even the sixth sense, right? But imagine yourself, and if you want to imagine, you could even do this yourself. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and try to walk to another room or walk to another location, right? It's challenging. You put your arms out. You have to trust that you're not going to run in or bump into things, but you're going to use your other sense of touch to help guide you. And what's happening here is you feel blinded at times, and you feel like you're not quite sure of your way, and you feel like you may bump into things along the road. It's all right to not know exactly where something is at or how to get there, but trust that your higher self and your intuition will make the right choices. The Two of Swords is a choice card, and it is about making decisions because your head is pulling you in one direction and your heart in another. And that's forming some sort of confusion here for you. When this Two of Swords shows up, this is saying that you're having a difficult time coming up with some sort of solution because you feel like you're unaware because that blindfold is on. You don't know how to, you have the clarity that maybe you want to go to the kitchen. You may be in a bedroom, right? But you put that blindfold on, you know precisely where the kitchen is at, but you're in a home that you've never been in. So you may know that there is a kitchen, but you don't know where it is at. So therefore, you don't have enough data or enough memory to guide you, but you really do. You have that memory of intuition. You have that connection here to make the right decisions for yourself when it comes to the heart. So I feel that you're being divinely guided at this time to move up out of this situation, whatever this is for you, and make balanced decisions that are in your highest good. So very powerful here. Let's take a look at what's going on in your environment, Scorpio. What is going on in your environment, your surroundings? What's going on around you? The Tower. Yes, the Tower. So imagine that you are in that bedroom in a strange home that you've never been in. You want to go to the kitchen, but instead you end up on an elevator going up to the 5th floor. You have no idea where you're at. The blindfold is still on. Your world feels like it's crumbling because you're hearing sounds and noises, and you have no way to know what's happening or coming in for you. This is about complete surrender, not hanging on to the things that need to be let go of, because right when you think that everything is crumbling around you, maybe you're hearing a loud noise on that 5th floor or in that elevator, and you don't know what's happening around you. You can only use your other senses. Don't hang on to, staying in one spot or staying in that energy here. I feel like before you know it, things are going to start to flow, and you're going to be able to see clearly, and you'll have a sense of direction that gets you out of a situation here. So when this Tower shows up, there's an unexpected quick awakening that happens within. This awakening is going to guide you and allow you to see, but not through the eyes of the soul here. So I do feel for you, there is some sort of unexpected change that happens that's going to get you up out of this 3 of Swords and Devil energy. And there is an awakening an awakening within, Scorpio. This is shattering an old way of thinking. Maybe the old way of thinking was, I need my eyes. I need to be able to see where I'm going. Perhaps you're letting that go because you've already endured a lot of struggle trying to find your way to that kitchen area, right? And you've ended up in someplace new. So there's an unexpected change there, but it's allowing you to trust in your other senses more. So when this tower shows up for you in your environment, this is a sudden revelation that offers freedom, especially when it's combined with the devil. The tower shows up after the devil. Okay, so you have the devil showing up as the challenge. And the good news is you're moving forward. You go from the Three of Swords, which is pain, the devil, to releasing something that was difficult, challenging, toxic, or harmful to your growth, to an awakening, knowing that this is no longer good for you. Now you're being guided out of this. All right, pretty deep reading for you here, Scorpio. Let's take a look at the hopes and fears. Oh, some of you want to know about the tower. Okay. All right. I usually don't clarify, or at least I don't on these readings, but I will pull for you for the tower because I just heard someone say, well, what else about that tower? So let's take a look and clarify. What do we need to know here? The world. Something's coming to an end. This is something coming into an end here. Some sort of cycle that you're breaking, some sort of victory, some sort of accomplishment. This is huge, Scorpio. The world shows up after the tower. So as you can see, and also the judgment is right before that. So you are given this second chance, a do-over, but you must complete this cycle. And I feel like you are. So for some of you, you've left a relationship. For others of you, if you've been single, you're healing, you've done the healing work, and you've forgiven yourself, and you've learned some lessons where you will not repeat that same dynamic in your future relationships, Scorpio. This is a very powerful energy of completion, celebration, closure, finally feeling that sense of fulfillment, or feeling like you're able to trust all senses instead of just going in blindly. Okay, this is clarity. This is truth. Some of you may even have dealt with someone at a distance. This could have been a long distance relationship, or someone that worked for, maybe worked around the world, or I'm just sensing that you may be cutting off some sort of cycle or situation because you're finally seeing truth, or you're seeing red flags that you were not able to see before. So very powerful. The tower is actually going to bring in something good for you. Even though a lot of people are scared of the tower, I personally love the tower actually, because I don't like to stay in my comfort zone. Even though it may seem comfortable to stay there, we hardly ever grow and learn. And it's all about growth. It's all about learning. That's why we're here on earth, to have these experiences and to grow and to evolve and to enjoy and to love as well. Remember, you are love. You're made from love. Let's take a look at your hopes and fears. Hopes and fears for Scorpio. Temperance. Yeah, you want things to be balanced. Now, some of you, this can be about self-control. It can be about moderation. Now, some of you may have or are dealing with someone who has extremes in their behaviors, bipolar, mental health issues. It could be personality disorders. Some of you split personality or narcissism. You've dealt with a narcissist here. Now, I'm not a huge fan of labels because I believe that we choose to experience certain things in this lifetime, but know that you and that other person, you're not defined by that label. Remember, you're a soul that chose to have a human experience here on earth. So sometimes it's hard to see beyond the quote unquote label. But remember that that person, regardless of the hurt, the pain, the damage that they have, brought on, or vice versa, that it's part of the experience that they've chose to come into this life as. Okay, now it doesn't mean that you have to love them unconditionally and be a part of them physically, but you can love from a distance, or you can wish them well instead of harboring onto some sort of pain here. Now, the Temperance card showing up as the hope is about being able to compromise, gain that self-control, or have patience. And patience is required because remember, we talked about that in the headspace here. You may want to impulsively rush into something or respond or react to someone's behaviors, but it's not going to serve you well. okay? If you immediately respond because someone's pushing your triggers, or they may be wanting a reaction, and if you give them that, it feeds into that devil energy, okay? So whether this is a mother, whether it's a sibling, whether it's a child, maybe it's a lover, whoever this is for you in your life, allow yourself to see them through the eyes of, the soul. Again, be able to see them as a divine spark that chose to have a certain experience, that is their soul's journey. Now, the fear here is, what if I stay stuck? What if I'm repeating this cycle? Trust me, with these surrounding cards, Spirit is saying here, nope, you are done with this cycle. Here's the Tower. Maybe you weren't able to let go of a situation or whatever this devil was. Maybe it was hard to hang on to that. But Spirit is bringing in this Tower because you are so much more than the experience, okay? You are worthy of love. You are worthy of healthy dynamics, healthy relationships, unconditional love. You are worth this inner transformation that you have been going through. And I feel that you will temper your own emotions. You will grow, learn, and evolve because of whatever this experience was for you, Scorpio. Let's take a look at the final outcome. What is the final outcome, Scorpio, January 2023? Okay, this isn't going to resonate with every single one of you. Please do take what does. Nine of Pentacles, independence. Sometimes this can be the card of singles, but this is about being single and loving it, okay? This is about you creating a life that you love. Now, if you are in a relationship, what's happening is you're breaking the codependent dynamic between the both of you. Whether you decide to part ways, to end the soul contract because you've reached the limit of growth that you can have in this relationship, or the both of you decide to level up, evolve together and grow, and you both bring in a sense of independence to the relationship instead of the obsessions, the toxic patterns, the traits that no longer serve the both of you, the heartache, the pain. There's forgiveness here. You may decide to move on with a person or without, but whatever you're deciding to do, whatever you choose with this Two of Swords, this is about you creating a life of independence and creating a life that you love, that you desire, and that you've worked hard for, Scorpio. When this Nine of Pentacles shows up, this is about your safety, your security, achieving your goals and feeling confident and feeling proud of yourself. Especially for those of you, they're showing me some sort of medication. Now, this could be in the pill form, or maybe it's legalized marijuana or CBD, THC, something of that nature, or it could be anxiety medication, depressant, something of that nature. I feel like some of you are either taking a look at your dependent use, and you may be, again, please seek medical professional guidance if this is you and you're struggling in that area. But I am sensing that some of you may be deciding to either back off or find an alternative method to dealing with some sort of struggle, pain, anxiety, or depression that you've endured. Again, not going to resonate with everyone. See your doctor for medical advice. But the Nine of Pentacles is you creating a life that you love. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that is your final outcome, Scorpio, because this is deep. This is heavy energy. You're not going to bring it with you in 2023. Some of you are, well, a lot of you are done with this cycle. Maybe you've been in a cycle of being single forever. Maybe you were focused on other things, or there was some sort of pattern, habit, limiting belief, toxic situation, or you were hung up on an ex that was difficult for you to move forward, to attract that new love that you truly desire and seek. You're letting all of that go in January. All right, Scorpio, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. I will read to you the relationship message from the guidebook. For those of you that are interested in any of the decks that you see used during your reading, you can find all of that information in the description box below. You have here Unfinished Symphony. Unfinished Symphony. This is about going round and round here. So there are things that you need to finish up. And like we said here in the headspace, don't be too impulsive to rush forward and put the cart before the horse type of energy here. You are getting there, but allow yourself time to heal, pick up the pieces, forgive, learn, so you don't have to deal with it later on down the road. So this is card 10, Wheel of Fortune energy. There is a huge turn of events happening here for you. That's going to bring in a lot more happiness and peace. This can be about closure, the need to make amends. And the relationship message for you, Scorpio, is this. Moving on is difficult when love lingers. Things are left unsaid and you haven't had the opportunity for closure in your relationship and in your heart. You can still feel bound up in relationships when closure is denied you. It's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have that conversation over a cup of coffee. For peace of mind, accept matters as they are. Make amends if need be and declare your feelings, even if only to yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved and close the door on the past so you can set yourself free. Only then can new love blossom. I'm going to repeat that because Spirit is really, I'm hearing it repeated in my ears here. So again, close the door on the past so you can set yourself free. Only then can new love blossom. Yes, yes, and yes. This is the energy of everything we've been talking about here. Closing the door to the past by gaining the closure necessary. Picking up the pieces, feeling through them. Don't suppress, don't numb, don't check out, don't lodge or dodge, don't fight or flight. Feel whatever this is that you're feeling with the Three of Swords. And the devil is saying it may be a challenge to feel because it's too painful. And we having these human experiences, we don't want pain. We want to deflect that pain. We do everything we can to avoid pain, right? Including putting up our own walls. Spirit is saying here it's important to feel, to deal, and to release so you can let new love blossom. Especially self-love. Powerful, powerful reading here. Let's take a look and get messages from your animal guides. Now, Scorpio, at this time, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Tune into that third eye center, the area between the eyebrows. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's visited through your dreams. And if you need a moment, Scorpio, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do, Scorpio, is drop your power animal or animals in the comment box below. And I personally will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month and post right back here on this channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right, we have Brown Bear. Brown Bear Spirit says, time to take a time out. Yes, time to take a time out. You have been, I feel. Remember what I said earlier about hibernation or just being in that rejuvenation, that healing phase, maybe even a little bit of hermit mode. You are taking a little bit of time out. Allow yourself before you rush into anything because this is the time for you to recuperate, rejuvenate, love yourself unconditionally. All the pieces of you, even the pieces you feel are broken. Remember, you are whole. You are complete. You are not broken. It's just the experiences that make us feel that we are broken, but really we are not. We have here Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery. This is also communication as well. So connecting with the people who support you, who love you, who want to see your growth and success, possibly even this King of Swords energy. Someone who can help you understand the great mystery a little bit more. And lastly, you have Chameleon. This is act as if your dreams, your goals, your love life, your successes, act as if you already are there, okay? Because things are starting to transform and you will start to blend in with your environment. If you want to attract a new type of love, open yourself up to that. Date yourself, love yourself, take yourself out to dinner, buy yourself, a fancy dress, whatever it may be for you. It could be anything. Act as if it's already taking shape, because you will be able to manifest and blend in with whatever energy you're putting out there with that chameleon. Very powerful. Now, last but not least here, Scorpio, we are going to get a crystal, gemstone, or mineral that you can utilize in the month of January when it comes to matters of the heart. So let's take a look here and see what crystal you can use. We have dumortierite. Dumortierite, very powerful bluish, purplish stone. It's card 21. Guess what else is card 21? That world. That was clarifying your tower. Oh, and look at that. I flipped right to the page. So I feel like this is about the tower for those of you that may have wanted a little more clarification, but this is the overall energy for your reading as well. This has to do with organization, orderliness, clutter clearing, and list making. The relationship message is this. Dumortierite spirit has appeared to encourage you to bring about orderliness in your interactions with others and in your thinking about your relationships. Now is a perfect time to journal about your thoughts and feelings when it comes to the people you care about. If challenging emotions come up, be secure in knowing that divine guidance is there for you and that the universe wants you, Scorpio, to be happy. Dumortierite spirit calls you to write lists and set plans for what you want and need in your relationships. You are entitled to receive love easily and naturally. As you get honest with yourself through journaling and list making, you will start to see whether you need to adjust your relationships to make this easier. Love yourself enough to journal about your truth as you collect your thoughts and get organized when it comes to planning how you might improve or enhance your relationships. Dumortierite, Scorpio, it actually opens up that third eye and crown chakra. And this stone is beneficial to wear or carry on days when you're feeling a little bit foggy, when you have that brain fog going on, or if you cannot see clearly, as we were talking about earlier. This can help you gain clarity, and you can meditate with dumortierite. And it also assists with facilitating psychic awareness. So for those of you that are looking for more clarity on your love life or on your path, you can certainly utilize the energy of dumortierite. So very powerful reading here, Scorpio. I certainly hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, comment, like, subscribe. Please do drop your power animals in the comment box below. Thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. Lots of love and light.